Restaurant marketing features high on our agenda this week as we go behind the scenes of Ocean Basket's new advertising campaign. We'll also find out why KFC is dropping the kernel and the latest gadgets that help media people do their job properly. We'll give you the lowdown as well on a niche magazine aimed at creative types. A very warm welcome to Mags on Media. All right, let's start with this. There is an old adage in marketing that you don't mess with the logo. But the global quick-service food brand KFC is ignoring that. To mark World Hunger Relief Month, the organisation has given up the famous Colonel logo and replaced it with the smiling faces of children. Well, Lauren Turnbull speaks for KFC South Africa. Let's find out a little bit more about this. It's a great initiative. It's got you lots of headlines, Lauren, but convince me that this is not another marketing gimmick.
Well, I think the most important thing when looking at KFC Ad Hope and the work that we're doing across the country is that KFC Ad Hope has been going for the last 4 years. We're helping 90 beneficiaries across the country and ensuring that as many children as possible get access to nutritious meals. And I think something that takes it a lot further than just an ordinary gimmick is that our franchisees are actually committed to what they do through KFC Ad Hope. And within their franchisee agreement, they actually contribute a portion of their marketing funds to KFC Ad Hope.
First of all, I walk into one of, I think, 100 stores that you have changed the logo. What do I see? And then also tell me, how does the process work?
Yes, and over 100 of our stores across the country. We will be changing out the kernel and replacing it with a representation of a child that we support through KFC Ad Hope. So when you walk into the store, you'll see that the kernel is gone and that has been replaced. And all a customer needs to do is actually ask if they can add hope. Ad Hope is a fictitious menu item, which you purchase your meal and then you ask them, can I please add hope? And all it is R2. And KFC ensures that your full R2 goes to feeding a hungry child, because the marketing and the administration costs of what we do through KFC Ad Hope is covered by the franchisee's contribution. Obviously, there's risk with taking away a logo that has represented a brand for many years. KFC's been in South Africa for 40 years. But I think it's important for us as a brand to close the loop with not only our customers, but our staff, as to where their R2 money goes. And what better way to do it than actually showing them a face of a child that benefits from the R2.
Why is it necessary for big brands to do this? Your business would still go on if you didn't, surely.
I think it's very important for KFC as a brand that's been around for so long, and that really sits in the hearts and minds of many of our customers out there, is to be a brand that cares about people who live in the local store communities in which we work in. And I think it's important because you go to KFC and you buy your treat that you can eat, but there are many children out there who actually don't have access to a meal that's going to get them through a really long morning at school or to get out there on the playground and have fun with their friends.
Good CSI is always about sustainability. You've got to make absolutely sure that an idea like this lives beyond the duration of the campaign.
So for us, we've actually got an administrator who looks after all the beneficiaries we support through KFC Ad Hope. So there is a brand, Ad Hope, but behind that is a full set of guidelines and criteria that goes into us choosing these beneficiaries. And we make sure that the beneficiaries we bring on board are registered non-profit organisations. They've been around, they've been doing good work in their communities. And for us, it's all about ensuring a credible and transparent relationship with the people that we're working with on the ground.
There is an old cliche, doing good is good for business. Nice to talk to you, Lauren Turnbull from KFC. Thank you very much for joining us. News now from the world of media and marketing. The Jupiter Drawing Room agency here in Johannesburg has launched the 2014 Absa L'Atelier art competition campaign. It uses the premise that the creation of high-quality art often takes blood, sweat and tears. Well, with the help of Lancet Laboratories, real blood, sweat and tears, would you believe, from these 3 established artists was used to create a line of acrylic paints which will go to the Assemblage non-profit organisation for artists. Also in the news, Caxton has just launched a new national publication. It's called Sense. The 16-page glossy magazine is aimed at LSM 7 to 10 consumers, all with the objective of integrating brand information within a framework of credible and objective editorial through brand journalism. Now, the annual International Broadcasting Convention has just finished in Amsterdam. Not only do you get to learn about the latest developments shaping the industry, but you also get to experience world-first demonstrations of groundbreaking technology and new gadgets. So here were some of the highlights from this year's event. Firstly, GoPro launching its new Black Edition camera, which makes for better quality footage. NHK, the Japanese national broadcaster, has developed an 8K screen, which will give you 8 times the quality of a normal HD screen. They've also developed a 22.2 surround sound system. Now, just to contextualize, a standard home TV will give you 5.1 surround sound. The flying chopper camera used during the filming of chase scenes on the latest James Bond movie were also on display. And gamers don't have to feel excluded. In future, there will be no cables, no controls or helmets necessary for interactive gaming. A motion-censored pad allows the player to control the avatar on screen purely by moving the body. And finally, as our homes become more and more technological, with fridges that send a message to your cell phone to tell you when the milk has gone off, our homes are essentially becoming big wired computers. This in turn creates new fears around the hacking of homes. So the technology company Intel is now focusing on securing homes against the threat of hackers. Next up on Mags on Media, a magazine specifically aimed at creative types will also go behind the scenes of a new insurance company ad.
News that moves. ENCA.com.